Alright, I have gotten this freed up on the Mott. As you can hear, there is a lot of grit. This was rusted up before it ever came to me, in my opinion. Literally, just the time it took for me to get from spraying that to walking up to the house, getting a little friendly persuasion, and going at it. That's all it took. Now, let's take this over to the tractor. Now I'm going to do this one hand. I would combine this in the video, but I haven't figured out how to do all that with my phone. So when this goes on, this is where it would mount. And as you can see, herein lies the problem. Now, so this bracket is really too short. What I'm thinking will have to happen one of two things. And I don't know which would be the easiest. This will be something I'll discuss with the machine shop. Is option one, cut this plate off. Just re-weld a new plate that would actually fit this. I might as well have it made the size large enough to accommodate holes on this side, but also if I were to try and mount it to a cub, which I guess would be line up with this, I could eventually put these holes in. That's what I'm thinking would be the best option. Now, if I'm going to go that route, I'm just going to go ahead and modify that bracket to be kind of like a picture I'm going to add on as a thumbnail. That's the route I'm planning on going. But this is, those threads are looking awfully gunky, but I can run a tap through those. So that's my thoughts on this. And then that way I can, of course, once I rig up a jockey rod, which will be the giant turnbuckle, it would hook into that and the bracket that I would have put on this thing. I'll see what this would cost. I have no freaking clue. I think that would be the best bet rather than trying to have something made entirely from scratch, and the reason is that right there would be a pain. And if I could just get someone that could have the equipment to get rid of the welds, maybe I could mock up something and make it work, but my welding sucks. It will be pushing everything in my welding abilities to be able to have a shot at fixing that damage. And there's another one on that side over there. And by the way, yes, this is out in the rain because this was supposed to have already been fixed, but things keep coming up. I keep having issues. But that being out in the rain, for me, the little time I've had it, would not be responsible for the level of grit in this. I said grit and grit twice, didn't I? Grime and grit. But another thing I'm going to plan on doing to help prevent this from rusting up again, and this is another reason why I'm not too concerned about modifying the bracket. I have half a mind of, say, about right in here and about right in here, give or take, putting some grease zerks in. And the reason why is I just don't want to fool with it rusting up again. And plus, I would feel a little bit more comfortable having grease going into that thing, just to save from wear and tear. That's the only thing I can think of. I know this kind of gets into the moral dilemma when you're working on old stuff like this. How original do you want to keep it? For use in the application like I'm going to need it, it's worth more to me to come up with a way to make it work, even if it means it's not going to be original anymore. And like I said, my thought process is to have a replacement bracket made that, like I said, it'd be big enough that it could hold the holes for the Super Array as well as holes that would fit on a Farmall Cub if need be. That's what I'm thinking would be the best option. Anyway, this thing keeps costing me more and more. This Super Array and flail mower keeps costing me more and more money. And I still haven't got I'm not seeing the tractor move under its own power yet. The joys of old equipment, right? Later.